there be trouble brewing with Jaylon Johnson? I hate to talk about these things, but I feel like we got to. So let's talk about it, people. What is going on, y'all? Faiz Sports Style back at it with another video talking, of course, my NFL here to talk about the Chicago Bears and here to talk about Jaylon Johnson, man, because I don't believe Jaylon Johnson is very happy with his situation with the Bears. And you might be thinking, why would that be the case? Well, a couple of reasons. First and foremost, it's about the contract situation, okay? But before I get into the contract situation, I myself was like, you know what, it's fine. You know, this is nothing to really talk about. But then I saw this, which was that the Bears have placed Jaylon Johnson on the NFI list, okay? They've placed him on the NFI list along with some other Bears like Case Keenum, Jade Walker, and Ian Wheeler. Now, when you're on the NFI list, you are unable to, basically be on the football field. It's sort of like a non-injury type of absence. So if Jaylon Johnson was really hurt, he'd be on the PUP list, right? Physically unable to perform list. But NFI, non-football injury list, it's like, okay, wait a second, what's going on with Jaylon Johnson that we don't know about? And maybe there is something there that we really don't know, but what is it, right? And then I'm like, okay, does it have anything to do with this? And it might not, but I got to bring it up, which is Jaylon Johnson's contract situation. So Jaylon Johnson signed a deal a couple seasons ago in which I believe Ryan Poles got great value for Jaylon Johnson at an average about $19 million a year. He was ranked top 5 among cornerback salaries. Well, guess what? A bunch of corners just got paid, and Jaylon Johnson has dropped all the way from top 5 to out of the top 10 to 13th overall in the NFL. We are seeing guys like Sauce Gardner, Derek Stingley, J.C. Horn, all making $30 million per year. Jaylon Johnson's at $19 million. Great value for the Bears, but I feel like Jaylon Johnson's unhappy because he said this in an interview saying the following, and I quote, "Really just seeing a lot of the other corners getting paid. I almost feel like we might have another discussion coming up here soon. The market is moving," end quote. Now, full disclosure, Jaylon Johnson is not up for a new contract until 2027. Like, his contract runs up until 2027. So we got really 3 more seasons. 2 if you're talking about, the contract year. So it's almost like, I don't think Ryan Poles is going to entertain this at all. But could there be any possibility of Jaylon Johnson holding out? I mean, that would be ludicrous. 3 years still left on your deal. But I feel like we've seen crazier things in the NFL. My hope is that I don't believe Jaylon Johnson really does anything, but I do think what will happen here is Jaylon Johnson will obviously play out this season, and I believe he's going to be, as great as he's been for the Bears. And then after this season, I believe he is going to, go to Ryan Poles, go to the front office and say, look, I'm really underpaid. All right, 2 years left on my deal. I want an extension, and I want to get paid what I'm worth according to the market. All right. So, again, whether you think Jaylon Johnson's worth that much or not, certainly I do think he is not the 13th best cornerback in football. Right. We can all agree on that. And so there is a conversation to be had about him potentially, getting up there with the salary, but I don't think it's going to happen earliest until after this season. So maybe we don't have to worry about it. But hey, look, I just don't want the man holding out. That's it. We're going into the big season. First year under Ben Johnson. Need the vibes to be right. Like, no issues. We just got the rookies all signed to their contracts, which is great. So I want to keep those vibes going. And hopefully we don't have any issues here. But I wanted to bring it up to you guys because I thought it was worth talking about. Let me know what you guys think about the Jaylon Johnson situation with the Bears. Do you think he's disgruntled and potentially could cause some issues and hold out? Or do you think he'll be fine and he'll just realize, hey, look, I signed the contract. It is what it is. All I can do is go out there and ball out. So let me know what you guys think, man. Leave a comment down below with your thoughts as always. Thanks for watching.